Hello everyone, welcome to the second prompt of field notes. So sorry I didn't get a video done last week. I was sick all week. I only started feeling better on about Sunday, and then I had a heap of work to do because I went back to school on Monday. And so I'm only going to do a short video. I'm really just going to talk through what I've been doing. I was tracking really well in the holidays, doing quite a bit of sewing until I got sick. So I'll show you what I'm up to, but first what I thought I'd do is I'd reveal the prompt because we like to reveal it towards the start of the video. So our second prompt for spring is nest. So you need to put a nest on your page. I'm going to put a nest, which means you can put some eggs. So I think I'd like to put some eggs, and it also means you can put a bird. So you can decide what spring, so I've got the hiccups. You can decide what spring bird comes to your mind, or what spring bird sort of comes from, so I've got the hiccups, comes from where you live. I haven't decided what bird I'm going to put on the page, but I am going to put the nest. So I'm just going to come back and talk to you a little bit about what I've done. So I've done all the thread painting on these flowers. I changed the green from a limey coloured green to a green that's a little bit more along the tones of my little label. Field Notes is, and 1906 is satin stitched. So I got the 1906 from the front page here, 1906. Tried to do it in somewhat similar writing, not exactly correct. I might do a little bit more, but I can keep working on that later. And then I'm just checking that I'm on screen. Okay, so this is my daffodil page. So I've got my daffodil, which you've already seen me cut on. I got one of Rachel's labels, and I have put Narcissus Pseudo-Narcissus, which is the name for daffodils. I'm going to needle turn applique, so turn down the edge, and that's going to be stitched down there. And then, I don't know if you can see, but I've drawn a little bulb, so because it's a field notes page, there'd be lots of illustrations of different things. So I am going to cut scraps of fabric like this. Like, I need to find some more browns. Don't really have any browns there. And I'm going to layer them down. So for example, that bit might go there, and then I'll need to add some more bits to the side. Have I got any other browns? I pulled out greens, but I haven't pulled out browns. Okay, I need some more browns. I don't think I have any close by, but anyway, I'm going to put browns, and I'm going to stitch that down. And then I've got some greens, like this kind of thing, where I'm just going to just rough cut leaves, like daffodil leaves. They're normally a bit more limey than this one. So my little sketches, that one might be a bit too big and it needs to curve a little bit. I could always sort of bend that over. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to, so that might be good to about there, and then I might need to add in a different fabric, because I'm going to kind of like patch it, like piece it together. So I might get a bit of this one. And I like the little frayed edges. It needs to be a bit more narrow. So that one might come to there, and then eventually it comes up here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to piece bits and pieces to make, and it all gets stitched down to make my my daffodil leaves and bulbs. So I'm not actually doing the flower on this part, it's just going to be leaves and the bulb. So like you had your field notes journal when you were sketching. So literally I'm just randomly cutting these. So that one might be the leaf that comes out to the side there. Could add some more of that one. Where is it here? Oh, I've actually got a cut bit. And that might be the center stem. Okay, it looks a bit weird, but what I would do is I'd piece more and more and more, and then my bulb there, I need some more bits to kind of make the shape. And I just keep piecing it. So that's going to be, do this bit here. That's going to be my bulb. I will piece that together a little bit better than what I've done so far. Okay, and then I'll get the little straggly bits down the bottom. I'm going to do that better as well. I think maybe I need, that one's too dark because the leaves of the daffodil are obviously lighter than that. Whoops. I'm just mucking this all up. I'm just giving you the idea. Okay, and then I do stitches on there. I might net that one up as well, and this one might be the one that comes out the side. Just trying to get the green fabric, the green part of the fabric. So who's excited for the Olympics? They're actually starting tonight. We're starting with the rugby sevens, which is one of my favourite things to watch. Obviously, our Australians are usually pretty good, particularly our girls. I love watching the girls. So yeah, I'm waiting for that to start. It's going to start tonight. And then what else? Obviously hockey is one of my favourites, and again I really love watching. I do watch the guys too, but I love the girls, watching the girls the most. They're just very good, so hopefully the Australian girls can do well, and I know that the Australian men always do well. So there's so many good sports coming up. Might narrow that down a bit more. The gymnastics, I'm actually looking forward to watching Simone Biles and see how she goes. I've watched the first 2 episodes of that documentary about her on Netflix, and I think there's more episodes coming out, so that will be good. Okay, so that's going to be my bulb. I'll get on with that a bit later. Now, the other thing I wanted to do was like a cross section. So like the daffodil flower was cut in half, so I thought I'd put that here and then cut bits of lighter yellow fabric that represent the leaves that would be sticking out. So I have this fabric here, which I think it might be a Liberty. It feels like a Liberty, like the actual texture, and it's quite thin. Okay, so just randomly cutting. I think I'll do 2 leaves on each side. And what I'll do is I'll stitch on them, and I might even add some other fabric to give them more texture. All right, so Olympics, what else? Obviously swimming. Australia's really good at swimming. We like watching that. Water polo. I'm looking forward to watching the water polo. Actually, 2 coaches from the school I work at are in the men's team, so I'm looking forward to watching them, and hopefully they do well. What else? Obviously the athletics, 100-metre sprint's always exciting. Jessica Fox for us in the like the kayaking. I can't remember which category she goes in. I like watching the rowing. I'll pretty much watch any of the team sports. They're all good. Yeah, so that's exciting. I've just come off watching the Tour de France every day, and that just finished a couple of days ago, to now switching over to the Olympics. So that's pretty exciting. And to be honest, we pretty much keep it on at work all the time, because working in a sport department, everyone in my department likes watching it, although I'm not based in the sport office, just because of my other role that I do. But I think when I'm not in class, I will have it on. And occasionally in class with the boys, particularly my older boys, we'll watch some of it because it's very relevant to what we study, and we can talk about it a lot and apply it to the content that they learn about. Although we're doing first aid at the moment, so I'd have to apply it to first aid. Yeah, so very exciting with the Olympics starting. Who else is excited, and what events do you like watching? I pretty much will watch anything. Oh, our women's football team, the Matildas, looking forward to watching them as well. I'm so randomly piecing this together. And I know I'm on last week's prompt. I'll talk to you about what I'm thinking for the next one. I've got my idea for Nest. So I'll talk to you about that in a minute. I didn't want to do a very long video today, just because I'm been busy, it's late. I just got home from hockey training. Hockey training was fun with my sick lungs. Felt more unfit than normal. I wouldn't say I'm fit, but I normally feel a bit better than what I did tonight, but that's to be expected. And a little stem. And it doesn't matter if your stem cuts off, because it's your field notes page and maybe they only drew that much of the stem. And then, so label here. I'm kind of crooked but on screen, which is good. And I thought at somewhere I might move that down a little bit, and then somewhere I'm going to put in my butterfly and embroider that. That's one of Rachel's butterflies. And then I think I might put some script in. So the stamps I used are these types. And the ink that I used, where is it? So the stamps I've had for years. Sorry, this is I was sketching out ideas. That's my little sort of cross section that I'm going to do. And then that will be my bulb, but I'm going to cut off the flower. So I was just brainstorming. Here, this was written in the Edith Holden book, and it's, I think it's a William Shakespeare quote. So daffodils that come before the swallow. What's that meant to say? Dares? Before the swallow dares? I'll double check that in the book. And take the winds of March with beauty. Hang on, let's check in the book. And what I used, the ink I used was like the chocolate walnut brown kind of stays on ink. So it's a March page that I got that from. Here it is. Daffodils that come before the swallow dares and take the winds of March with beauty, Shakespeare. So there's my inspiration page. So I thought I'd stamp that on here. And I'm quite happy with the stamping. I might even stamp it, you know, running that direction or something like that. I've got a number stamp. I've got to find it. I thought I'd put a number, like it's a field notes page, like I'm numbering my pages. Okay, so that's that page to be stitched. And then my nest is my next one. So what I want to do with my nest, and I have to search around through my wools. I haven't done that yet. I want to actually kind of have a very messy nest made out of wool where I'm going to couch it, but not too neatly. I want it all like entangled and entwined and different thicknesses for the nest, which will go up here. And then I thought I'd put a few eggs in there. I'm thinking like a lovely kind of duck egg blue. that will go in there. And then, or I might do my nest here, I don't know, up there, down here. And then I'm going to do a bird. So I thought I'd go through my fabrics, find a bird that's on one of the fabrics, and then what I might do is thread paint the bird. And again, or the other thing you could do, now I'm pretty sure she has a nest, so let's have a look. And I know one of Rachel's fabrics that she gave me had a nest on, but I think I'm going to do it with the wools and make it quite, so there's a beautiful nest. So Song Thrush and Young, oh, that's the kind of duck egg blue that I was thinking of doing my eggs. So you could cut them out of different fabrics, and then for the little spots you could just do some little French knots. You could also like just sketch, if you're a good drawer, and lots of people have been painting and drawing, you could sketch a beautiful bird, like that's a gorgeous one, and then thread paint it. So to be determined. Oh, there's my page that I really like. So this is our inspiration for our next prompt, March. So lots of gorgeous eggs, like a beautiful nest. I really want the nest to be the feature. I might even not do the bird, who knows? Depends how big my nest gets. Actually, wouldn't it be nice, was I on screen there? There's my nest. Wouldn't it be nice if you did the nest so it was angled like that, so you could see the eggs inside, and then you had the greenery around it? Okay, and then you could find, so these are thrush nests, nest and eggs. You might find a quote that you like. I have to have a read through. Eggs of birds which begin nesting in March. Like, I'd like to put that there. Might even label what the eggs are with my stamp. I think I'm going to use that stamp quite a bit. Oh, that's one of my favourite pages. It's very pretty. I think primrose. I'll have to put primrose in at some stage. Yep. They look lovely. Yep, so it looks like I'm going with March again for my second page. You don't have to. You might. Oh, there we go. There's a beautiful nest. I love that page too. That's March, April, May. That's May. It's up to you. Just take inspiration from the pages, or don't. Just come up with your own ideas. All right. So nest is the prompt. Lots of good ideas from the book. So yeah, that will come along. I might end up doing quite a big nest with greenery and not doing a bird and just having some eggs and labeling eggs and things like that. So at the moment I'm doing 1 page per prompt. So next week I'll come back. My plan will be to stitch down my daffodils and gradually just finish those off. And then next week I want to get my nest made. So I'll have to show you that next week. Even though next week I meant to finish the page, it'll just keep progressing along like I normally do behind the 8 ball. Anyway, thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing your wonderful ideas for the new prompt, and hopefully you like it. And then we'll see you next week where we'll work on the nest prompt again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.